Did you know that 11 players were selected ahead of Micah Parsons during the 2021 NFL Draft? While Parsons has quickly risen to become one of the most dominant pass rushers in the league, earning multiple Pro Bowl selections and even 2 All-Pro honors with the Dallas Cowboys, it's intriguing to consider the paths taken by those other draftees. With whispers of regrets and second-guessing creeping into the discussions, we must ask, did the teams that overlooked Parsons make a monumental mistake? Join me as we unravel the stories behind those picks and discover what really happened to those players in the NFL winding path since that pivotal draft day. Trevor Lawrence, selected as the first overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, arrived with sky-high expectations as one of the most celebrated quarterback prospects in recent history. Often described as a generational talent, Lawrence's incredible skill set was showcased during his time at Clemson, where he dominated college football. However, his transition to the NFL wasn't as smooth as many anticipated. In his rookie season, the promise of Lawrence faced stark realities. He put up over 3,600 passing yards, but the numbers were marred by only 12 touchdowns against 17 interceptions, leading the Jacksonville Jaguars to a disheartening 3-14 record. The offensive struggles were compounded by turmoil within the franchise, chiefly under the volatile leadership of head coach Urban Meyer. But it wasn't all uphill. In his second year, the narrative took a sharp turn. Under the guidance of new head coach Doug Peterson, Lawrence began to flourish, showcasing his elite arm talent and decision-making skills. He amassed more than 4,100 yards passing, led the Jaguars to an impressive playoff run, and cemented his spot in the Pro Bowl. His resilience and growth as a quarterback transformed the Jaguars into a competitive force in the league, highlighting his status as the right choice for the first pick. As fans watch Lawrence's journey unfold, it's easy to imagine how different things could have been if teams had chosen otherwise. With his trajectory now pointing upwards, Trevor Lawrence is not just fulfilling his potential, he's redefining what it means to be a franchise quarterback in Jacksonville. And this begs the question, could any of the players picked after him ever hope to match that impact? Stay tuned, as the answer might reshape your view on the 2021 draft. When the New York Jets selected Zach Wilson with the second overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, optimism radiated through New York. Fans envisioned a future franchise quarterback who could breathe new life into a struggling team. However, reality quickly set in. Wilson's rookie season was far from stellar. He threw for just 2,334 yards, but struggled with an alarming 9 touchdowns to 11 interceptions ratio. His performance was a roller coaster ride, highlighted by a game against the New England Patriots where the Jets managed a mere 3 points, a moment that left fans and analysts scratching their heads. The aftermath of his rookie struggles didn't get any easier. Wilson faced mounting scrutiny as he danced around accountability in press conferences, directly influencing fans and coaches' trust in him. His inconsistency raised questions about his readiness for the NFL, leading to an eventual benching. Wilson's time as the Jets starter came to a turning point when he began seeing less playing time as the 2022 season progressed, and his trajectory continued to decline. In what can only be described as a fall from grace, Wilson was eventually traded to the Denver Broncos after multiple coaching changes failed to ignite his potential. Now, he sits as the third-string quarterback, a stark contrast to the franchise savior fans once hoped he would be. Reflecting on his journey, it's undeniable the Jets were left to question their decision to bypass a defensive powerhouse like Micah Parsons, especially as they seek a glimmer of hope for their football future. The San Francisco 49ers made a bold move by selecting Trey Lance with the 3rd overall pick, hoping to tap into his tantalizing potential. Coming from North Dakota State, Lance was a raw talent with incredible athleticism and an impressive college resume. However, his journey to NFL stardom hit hurdles almost immediately. After struggling with injuries throughout his rookie campaign, he found little opportunity to showcase his skills on the field. The situation turned dire when Brock Purdy, a comparison he couldn't have foreseen, emerged as the undeniable starting quarterback, leading the team on an impressive run. As Trey fell further down the depth chart, whispers began circulating regarding his long-term future with the organization. Ultimately, his trade to the Dallas Cowboys for a modest fourth-round pick symbolizes a steep fall from grace for a player once thought to be the future of the 49ers. So, what does this mean for his career and the teams that skipped over Micah Parsons? Stay tuned as we explore further. The Atlanta Falcons made a bold move by picking Kyle Pitts at number 4, betting on his status as one of college football's most dynamic talents. He became an instant sensation during his rookie season, with record-breaking performances and an ability to stretch defenses like few tight ends could. However, the excitement didn't last long. Injuries and a lack of consistent quarterback play hindered his growth in the following seasons. Even with the arrival of a new quarterback and changes in coaching, Pitts struggled to find his form, often disappearing during critical moments of games. As his stats reflect diminishing returns, questions arise about his long-term viability in the Falcons' offense. Many fans speculate if the team should have taken Parsons instead, given his impact on the field. What lies ahead for Pitts in a league that often demands adaptation? Will he rise to the occasion, or has he already missed his golden opportunity? Ja'Marr Chase was selected as the 5th overall pick by the Cincinnati Bengals, and what an electrifying choice it turned out to be. Coming off an incredibly decorated college career at LSU, where he dazzled fans and scouts alike, Chase had a lot of expectations riding on his rookie season. Many speculated that the Bengals should have opted for an offensive lineman, focusing on protecting their franchise quarterback, Joe Burrow. But what followed next was simply breathtaking. Chase immediately made his presence known in the NFL by shattering rookie records left and right. With a historic debut season under his belt, he racked up over 1,400 receiving yards and 13 touchdowns. His chemistry with Burrow, his college quarterback, was electric, turning them into one of the most feared duos in the league. Chase's remarkable ability to stretch the field, combined with his knack for making big plays, led to the Bengals clinching the AFC North title. In his second season, he didn't slow down, continuing to break tackles and find spaces on the field that seemed non-existent. Despite a few minor injuries that limited his playtime, Chase remains a vital cog in the Bengals' offense. His impact was evident when he returned for the playoffs, and his performance in the postseason further solidified his reputation as a superstar in the making. The decision to go with Chase instead of boosting the offensive line may have caused some initial uproar, but as it stands, the Bengals' gamble has paid off in spades. With Chase, they didn't just get a talented receiver, they brought in a game-changer capable of turning the tide of any matchup. The question now is, just how high can Ja'Marr Chase soar? And with several exciting seasons ahead, the Bengals are reveling in what could be the dawn of a new era in Cincinnati football. What do you think about the Bengals' decision to pick Chase? Was it the right call? Let us know in the comments and stick around to discover how the rest of the draft played out. The Miami Dolphins made a splash by selecting Jalen Waddle with the 6th overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. Known for his blazing speed and agility, Waddle was expected to be a game-changer for the Dolphins' offense. In his rookie season, he demonstrated why he was a top pick, racking up 1,015 receiving yards and surpassing the previous rookie record for receptions set by Jarvis Landry. By year 2, Waddle continued to showcase his talent, emphasizing his chemistry with quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. His playmaking ability wasn't just limited to receiving. He also excelled as a returner, adding another layer to the Dolphins' offensive scheme. The presence of Tyreek Hill, acquired later, shifted some focus away from Waddle, but he remained an integral part of Miami's aerial attack. With the Dolphins growing more competitive each season, Waddle's dual-threat capability has kept defenses on their toes. Despite a crowded receiving core, he has maintained impressive yardage, proving his status as a critical asset for the team. Although some might argue that Miami could have landed Parsons to bolster their defense, Waddle's continued development shows potential for greatness. Now, as the Dolphins eye a playoff push, Waddle's speed and elusiveness could very well be the keys to elevating their game. The question remains, will his impact outshine the defensive prowess of a player like Parsons? And can he help the Dolphins make a deep playoff run? Only time will tell. But the story of the 2021 draft doesn't end with Waddle. Next on our list is the 7th pick, Penei Sewell, who has turned heads for his performance on a rebuilding Detroit Lions team. Let's see how he fits into the narrative. The 7th overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft was Penei Sewell, selected by the Detroit Lions. Coming from the University of Oregon, Sewell entered the league with immense hype as one of the best defensive linemen in years. As a rookie, he immediately showcased his impressive technique and strength, becoming a reliable asset on the Lions' offensive front. His seamless transition to the NFL has helped solidify an offensive line that was in dire need of improvement, allowing quarterbacks to feel more secure in the pocket. Moreover, Sewell's mobility and quickness have made him a versatile player, capable of handling various defensive schemes. As a result, he not only protects the quarterback, but also opens up lanes for the run game, significantly enhancing the team's overall offense. In 2022, Sewell earned praise from coaches and analysts alike, solidifying his role as a cornerstone of the Lions' future. The impact he has made on the field has many Lions fans wondering, could they have secured even more by drafting Parsons instead? Despite Sewell's strong performances, the idea of pairing Parsons with an improved defense remains a tantalizing what-if. As the young Lions continue to rebuild under head coach Dan Campbell, the potential of Sewell is a bright spot. However, the question lingers, could the Lions have transformed their defense dramatically with Parsons in the mix? With Parsons shining as one of the league's premier edge rushers for the Cowboys, it leaves fans pondering the long-term effects of their choice. And as this Detroit team strives to contend, the benefits of a game-changing player on both sides of the ball will undoubtedly fuel discussions for years to come. When the Carolina Panthers chose J.C. Horn with the 8th overall pick, they hoped to secure a future superstar in the making. Horn arrived at the NFL with a strong reputation out of South Carolina, known for his physical play and tenacity as a cornerback. His rookie season, however, was marred by misfortune. An early injury sidelined him for most of the year, preventing him from showcasing his skills on the field. Fast forward to the next season, and while Horn has displayed flashes of brilliance, his career has continued to be a roller coaster ride filled with injury setbacks. Just when it seemed he was about to break out, he faced another health hurdle, raising concerns about his durability. As the Panthers attempt to rebuild and find a new identity, they have invested heavily in their defensive unit. However, having Horn develop into the cornerstone cornerback they envisioned has been a slow and frustrating process. Given the trajectory of Micah Parsons and his game-changing abilities as a linebacker and pass rusher, the Panthers might find themselves wondering if they missed an opportunity with Parsons. Horn's potential remains tantalizing, but his inconsistencies and injury woes mean his journey remains uncertain. Will he overcome these challenges? Or will Carolina wish they'd picked a player who has already taken the league by storm? Only time will tell. At pick number 9, the Denver Broncos selected Patrick Surtain II, a cornerback who arrived with a reputation as one of the best defensive prospects in recent years. From day one, Surtain showcased his skill set, exhibiting a blend of physicality and intelligence that quickly made him a formidable presence on the field. His rookie performance was nothing short of remarkable. Surtain not only earned a spot on the all-rookie team, but also garnered attention for his ability to lock down opposing receivers with ease. As the seasons progressed, Surtain cemented his status as one of the top cornerbacks in the NFL, consistently shutting down elite wide receivers and showcasing his ball-hawking skills. He became a leader on the Broncos' defense, making crucial interceptions and plays that often shifted the momentum of tight games. The Denver defense has relied heavily on his contributions, enabling them to remain competitive in the tough AFC West. However, the question remains, would the Broncos rethink their pick if they could? With Parsons making waves as an elite pass rusher, the comparison is compelling. Both players are now cornerstones for their respective teams, but Parsons' explosiveness as an edge rusher adds a unique dynamic that could elevate any defense. While Surtain continues to shine, it's hard not to ponder how different the narrative might be for the Broncos had they taken Parsons instead. The Philadelphia Eagles made a bold move, selecting Devonta Smith with the 10th overall pick. Known for his exceptional skills as a wide receiver, Smith quickly proved his worth in the league. With his acute ability to create separation and his finesse route running, he became a target for the Eagles' quarterback. In his rookie season, Smith racked up over 900 receiving yards and tallied multiple touchdown catches, showcasing his potential. However, despite displaying flashes of brilliance, he often found himself overshadowed by the emergence of fellow wideout A.J. Brown after the Eagles traded for him. As Smith adjusted to the dynamics of the new receiving core, questions emerged about how he would navigate the increasing competition. Is he capable of stepping into a more dominant role, or will he remain in Brown's shadow? So far, he has proven to be a resilient player, but the pressure is on for him to further elevate his game and be the explosive threat everyone expected him to be. Furthermore, there's lingering speculation regarding whether pairing him with another heavy hitter like Parsons could have made the Eagles' defense even more formidable. Could Parsons have transformed their defensive strategy as he's done for the Cowboys? With Smith's ongoing development, it'll be intriguing to see how he continues to grow in the league and if he can ultimately become the electrifying game-changer Philadelphia anticipated. As the Eagles navigate through seasons ahead, fans are left wondering if they made the best choice with Smith or if they overlooked the monumental potential that Parsons could have brought to their roster. Stay tuned as this storyline unfolds. The Chicago Bears rounded out the first 11 picks by selecting Justin Fields, a quarterback brimming with potential. Fields faced an uphill battle in his rookie season, struggling with an inconsistent offensive line and a lack of support from his coaching staff. While he showcased flashes of brilliance, such as his electrifying runs and ability to make impressive throws, his overall performance left questions about his long-term viability as the franchise quarterback. Over the past seasons, Fields' development has been stunted by injuries and a revolving door of offensive coordinators. After a particularly tough season, he found himself at a crossroads and was eventually traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers, a move that raised eyebrows and speculation about whether the Bears made a colossal blunder, especially with Parsons thriving as one of the league's premier defenders. As the dust settles on the 2021 draft, it's evident that the narratives surrounding each of these players will continue to evolve. As teams reassess their choices with each passing season, the question arises, would they still choose the same players? Or is the regret of letting Parsons slip through their fingers too great to ignore? In conclusion, looking back at the 2021 NFL Draft, it's evident that while many teams had their eyes set on what they thought would be game-changing talents, Micah Parsons has undeniably emerged as a transformative player for the Dallas Cowboys. The success stories of individuals like Trevor Lawrence and Ja'Marr Chase add a layer of complexity, yet the mixed outcomes of high-profile picks like Zach Wilson and Trey Lance illustrate that the draft is a high-stakes gamble. With Parsons redefining the linebacker position and continually raising the bar, the question lingers, did those 11 teams overlook a generational talent? As we monitor the trajectories of these players, it sparks an engaging debate about drafting strategies and priorities. What's your take on Parsons' impact compared to those first-round selections? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the latest in football.